What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I'm going to give you an update on the PvE tier list because Ignis and Zero have really made some massive impacts on it. You might as well say they've pretty much infiltrated the PvE tier list to be on top. So as you guys can see right here, I have Ignis over here on the top. He is a Triple S character. And for those of you that don't know, maybe you're new to the channel, Triple S is obviously going to be the best. Triple S is going to be the second best, and S, and so on, so on, so on, so on. But Ignis and Zero both are on the top. And a few reasons why is because, one, both of them are insanely strong against guild raid, especially like if you're just doing solos. For example, Zero here, I've actually seen him do over 1 billion against Nightmare Geese on Expert. 1 billion. What? And Ignis here, I've seen do over 750 million on Lunatic against Nightmare Geese. Not to mention that Zero actually has bleed in his kit. So he's absolutely insane for guild raid against Omega Rugal, and Ignis is going to be a massive damage dealing monster. On top of that, both of these characters are BS characters, right? Well, who do they get buffed up by? That's right. They get buffed up by Chrysalid, who has that 60% increase to boss fighters. So you can set up one hell of a team. Now, I do have Kyo up on the top because Kyo is just, even to this day, guys, he's still like the highest damage dealing character in the game. He's just nuts. Although I do think Zero is a close second. And so is he still on top. But as far as Yellow, he's definitely on top. He's definitely got more damage than BS Chrysalid, but Chrysalid still is awesome. You see, I still have him at Triple S. And Iori, I definitely believe, belongs in the Triple S tier. In all honesty, I mean, if you have, like any of these SS Triple S tier characters, you're in some good standings. Now, I will say that when it comes to Merlin here, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about putting Merlin into the double S tier. However, I don't know, man. I find she's just so good and so strong, especially with her long defaults on both her, especially with long finishers, both her default and her 3PG. They're insanely long. She builds her PG very, very fast. And remember, this is a PvE tier list. This is not PvP. This is complete PvE. And Zero, one of the big reasons why he's so good is he has the chance to reset all of his skills so he can build his PG a lot faster. Even though he doesn't have any PG gain in his kit, the dude has so much damage with the double dot. The fact that Zero has a 30% chance to increase his attack by 40% when landing a skill is just crazy. That is another reason why he's so damn strong. Then he has this shield that actually proves to be very, very effective for his survivability. Having the double dot, the fact that he can cancel his skills super fast. It really is a crying shame that on my whale account, I could only get the character. I couldn't even get a memory for him, which really sucks, man. It's pretty limited on the amount of money I was going to spend in this update, and that is a real bummer because Zero, is on top according to me. I just think he's on top, and I don't think anybody would argue. The fact that this guy can get over 1 billion against Nightmare Geese on Expert is just bonkers. 1 billion. I cannot get over that. And then Ignis here, I mean, he's another character that does really, really well. Matter of fact, the thing that's crazy about Ignis is, one, he does have double dot, right? I mean, he's got the darkness, he's got the shock, so he's very, very good for guild raid, but he also has 30% PG rate in his core. He also has the deals darkness damage equal to 30% of attack. He has the fear, and that's really more of a PvP thing. But 50% chance to increase all enemies' damage received by 35% upon laying an active skill on a 12-second cooldown. Not to mention that you can lower his skill cooldowns by a second every time you tap on his active skill or his basic attack. That is crazy. I mean, these characters are just nuts. It really makes you wonder what we're actually going to get next. He has a 10-second shock on his first skill. He has increased penetration by 1,600, which is lowering the defenses of your opponents. Both of these characters just have insane hits. That he also has shock damage on his default. I mean, Zero and Ignis both just fly through Guild-Raid, but it isn't only just Guild-Raid that they fly through, right? Whenever you take them into Immortal Dungeons, you'll find that they are quite insane for that as well. They are bonkers. Even though Zero doesn't have a PG rate in his core, I've been using him on my free-to-play account, and I gotta tell y'all, with his leadership to increase Purple Fires by 15%, and then having SS Iori on the team, getting, Iori buffed up, who has 30% PG rate and that long 3 PG, I'm able to put up some pretty insane scores. Matter of fact, in the Immortal Nyx here, I've gotten over 300 million on my free-to-play account with a 3-star Iori, a 3-star Kyo, and a 2-star Zero. Over 300 million in this thing. Yeah, that's how insane those characters are. I mean, obviously Iori and Kyo are on the team, but that is just nuts. Oh, that the characters are that strong and doing that well. I'm really blown away by the power levels of these characters, and I thought this would be a fitting day to do this because we only have one more day of this banner. We just got one more day of this. So I know a lot of people are probably wondering, should they go for it? Should they not? I mean, we have a collaboration coming, but you can pretty much guarantee that the BS characters, or the SS characters for that matter, are going to be the cream of the crop. They're going to be the strongest of the strong, but you just never know what Netmarble is going to throw out at us when it comes to the collaboration characters. We don't know. Ever since they threw out the 5 Imprint Stone system, I mean, we know we can farm Imprint Stones in the Rush event for collaboration characters. Maybe they'll give us the option to get 5 Imprint Stones, although I really doubt that's going to happen. But you just never know with these guys. You don't know what they're going to do. This is gacha after all. Really, I think it's just most important just to have their 3 PGs. Because if you have Ignis' 3 PG and you have Zero's 3 PG, right? And you always have the original version of Zero and Ignis in the game, you'll find that those characters by themselves are going to do so much better having those 3 PGs, which is why I advised all of you in the very beginning to just go for their 3 PGs first, especially since the game gave us 10,000 free rubies. And then maybe go for the characters if you so decide to. So let me know how y'all feeling about the tier list. Do you think Zero and Ignis belong on top with their respective colors? And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.